Hey, it's been a while since we had a little shop talk, and I thought today would be a good day for it as it's my last day in the studio before heading out on family holiday. It puts me in the mood of summarising what's been going on recently and what's coming up. What's on the table right now is a hot tropic. Hoping to finish this off and ship this out today. It's a tall order, but I think I can get there. It's going out with a matching utility case that's still inside out there, but that is almost complete. And most of the different aspects of it, interior pieces, are made. The back's halfway through, the front's halfway through. There's the front panel there. It's got its Velcro patch on and stuff. But yeah, so most of it is close to assembly stage, and we're only 9:51 a.m. So I think we can get there. So that's what's going on. That's what's on the table. Got a couple of things around me here. One where the straps just won't stay up. I mean, you wouldn't expect them to stay up, but I like it when they do. I don't think I've talked on here about the backpack collab. So as you might know, I am developing an Ancoats backpack. It's behind the camera over there, and that is forthcoming. Still working on some tweaks for final sign-off. At the same time, I'm developing a version of that backpack, or that backpack is a version of this. Basically, I've been developing the two together. So they're similar in profile and silhouette, but with a couple of component differences, and also the main thing that you might notice already is fabric differences. So on this is a collab with a design client that I've worked with for a long time, and so we're doing this together. They're a UK brand. I make in the UK. We've got a few things where we align, but their day-to-day business is very different and scale, but very different in flavour from the Ancoats Bag Company. But our passion for bags, that really aligns, and so we decided we'd do something together on a very small kind of run, made right here in the studio, backpack made out of waxed canvas, and this is from Halley Stevensons up in Scotland. So the fabric's coming from the UK. I'm making them in the UK. Some of the components are not from the UK, so this isn't about making a bag where everything comes from the UK, but it is a step in the direction of something that is more sustainable and more eco-friendly than otherwise it might be. And that's kind of all we can do in a lot of ways, is small steps when we can do them. And so on a very small scale, hand making here, making product that people make considered purchases of and therefore hold on to for a long time, is a more sustainable way of enjoying a backpack or a bag than fast fashion. Now, I'm not doing fast fashion, and neither is the brand that I'm collabing with in their normal stuff. It's not a fast fashion brand. It's a laptop and accessories bag and accessories company. But they do bigger numbers usually. Anyway, I'm probably over talking on that. I want to talk to you a little bit about the thing that I'm doing. So let's have a little look at it. I'm not going to go into great detail. I just want to give you a little bit of the flavour of it. So it is really lovely in this in the wax canvas. The exact wax canvas that this is going to be built from is to be determined still. This is a really lovely semi-wet wax. So what I mean by that is you can really sense that it's wax, but I have concerns about the wax migrating out of the fabric if it ships to a hot climate. And so I've got a couple of dry wax options that I'm going to build subsequent protos from. But this one, it's got the laptop section in the back. You've got a pocket on the front. You've got some stuff going on with the strap on the, like the grab handles are. a bit more substantial than you'd normally get on a backpack, but part of that is so that it aligns with the flavour of an Ancoats tote and Ancoats bags. That's the Ancoats thing. You got your YKK AquaGuard zippers on there, storm flaps, internal baffles. Inside is also a waxed canvas, lightly waxed. You got a divider section, not for the laptop as you get on the totes, because the laptop section is dedicated in the rear here, but for your paperwork, anything you want to keep away from the bulk of your packing. You've got your organizer panel on the front. I've done this one with a little Fidlock key clip, and then a drop pocket again for your accessories, and then that front pocket on. It's got a stitch detail here, but it's actually a one. What's that? Just always good to find an invoice. Yeah, so it's just a large front pocket on the body there, and then padded straps, dual density foam in there, and all over is. No, I'm not going to go into that right now. So yeah, that's going on, and hopefully coming soon, and I really like it. And then something else which I have not revealed anywhere else, and I'm revealing it here because nobody really sees these YouTube videos, so it's no great shakes if all three of you now know that I'm getting ready to put a kind of beach tote gear haul bag out there. Why have I made it? I've made it because I'm going on holiday, and I always want to be able, especially being a dad, I want to be able to throw everything the boys are going to need and what I'm going to need and the towels and all that stuff, and just drag it on down to the beach, and it can just load up nice and easy. And so this is the thing that I've done for it. So it's a different construction to the regular tote. I mean, it's massive for a start, but it's a different construction as well. It's unlined, but you've got like the details from the tote crossover. These are just a detail really. This is the front. This is the rear. Don't have the trailing straps, but there's a branding on the rear, so you might actually end up carrying this as the front. It doesn't really matter. I've also done a cross. Or it can be like a shoulder strap, but it can also be crossbody. It works for both. Let me show you the shoulder straps there. So they're long enough that you can slide your arm right through without having to push through. Do you see that? What I'm saying? Not that. Stop looking at my. Just. So that's cool. And then I've got a Fidlock V-buckle clasp on there, which is actually in glow-in-the-dark orange, which is awesome. Stefan handed that to me at a trade show, I think, and finally had a reason to use it. And because this is obviously in the woodland camo, but with like a hot orange pop, this V-buckle was screaming to be used, and it absolutely finishes it off a treat. I've done some stuff on it that within the construction that aligns with how I like to treat things in the Ancoats bag. And you might notice, you probably wouldn't, but I'm going to point it out to you. There's no stitching here visible, and then we've got a pop orange binding on the inside there. Obviously your shoulder strap thing stitches down onto the sides. It's fully bound all the way inside, but it's not lined. With it being a waterproof laminate, there's no real need for a lining, and I think especially on something like this where you're just chucking in beach shoes and all of that, this is the perfect interior really. Sort of wipe, clean, waterproof both ways, so you can dump it down in the sand, and yeah, you're good to go. Also inside, I've got a hanging pocket here. YKK AquaGuard zip. I haven't bound it on this proto, and it was because I just kind of liked the rawness. Now I don't know if going forward when I build them, I will bind that, because my worry is about customer perception, really, is about whether you would look at it and think it's not finished. Even though there was something about it that I just liked. I like the contrast of this component. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going a little bit deep there, but yeah, there was something about that type of construction that I decided I wanted to do on the one that's for me. You got your dip zip puller there, and as I say, waterproof. Well, the fabric is waterproof. You've got your AquaGuard zip. It's not a totally waterproof pocket. Obviously, it's stitched at the edge. But your phone, keys, wallet, etc. have got a home. So that just hangs down at the back or front, whichever way you're carrying it. And that's it. Trying to keep it relatively simple. There's no like adjustable straps. It's just long handle tote or the shoulder thing. And that's it. And I tell you that since I made that, I've been using that every day, because there's something about it that I just really like. It's actually made me ask myself the question, am I just not a backpack guy anymore? Am I a tote guy? I don't know, but I like it. You can, these are loose, so you could stuff towels behind there for anything that didn't fit inside. You can anchor it on those, even underneath there. There's, you can play with it, find how it works for you, which is, part of the theme of everything I do. Anyway, I've gone a bit over into details on those. I might trim some of the fat out. But yeah, I hope that gives you a little bit of an insight into how bonkers I am, what's going on here, what I'm up to right now, what I'm looking forward to pushing on, and I will see you in the next one. And hopefully it won't be like 7 months like it's been since the last one, I think. What are you up to? Tell me in the comments. Let's have some interaction. Is anyone up for that? I don't know. Maybe 3 of you are. 2, 1. I think there's one guy. He sometimes comments. I'll be looking out for you. Catch you on the next one. And have a great holiday. Yes, I will.